Okay, here a video on how you can, this may help you assist in creating some satin lines and satin lines that are crossing each other. So you can, what I'll do is I'll draw here with a Bezier a little path, and you can, whatever path you have to a certain point. So I'll create that. I'll set a stroke width to about 2, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And now what I will do is I will go and set a path effect and a path effect, and then we click on the plus, and then we go and look for the knots, and we click on there, and then what we will see is, I'll zoom in really close for a moment, wherever the lines were going across each other, there is now an opening, and that gap, that's what we call the gap. That gap length, we can change that in the effects window here, and that is in units of stroke width. So if this one is a 1 and then press enter, then it is exactly the same width as the stroke. But for this purpose, I will go and widen it a little, so it is a little easier for us to see what the next point of interest is. And I'll change here the switcher size to about 6. Doesn't matter too much how big that one is. I'll zoom out for a moment. And now we will go to the point select tool. And now we will see the switcher. This is what we call the switcher. That is a circle with a half arrow on there, and there is a node in the center. Now we can click on this node and then watch what happens to the horizontal and the vertical line here. It will switch which side is open. So now you can see it switched now over to the vertical line, and now I click on it again on the node, and it will close both of them. And now it opened up the other one again. So it is depending on how you want to have your satin line run and where you want to have it broken apart. And now we want to go and change this one over. So in order to move the switcher, we put the pointer on the node, on top of the node, hold the left mouse button down, and then just drag it, and it will jump over to the next intersection. And then there too again, we can just click that, and we can switch it to whichever one we want to have open and which one we want to have closed. And then we can just go and drag it again. Say I want to drag it there, switch it, and okay, that's the way I would like it. Then we can zoom out, and then what we'll do is we'll go path. We have to go and break apart because now we have created, this becomes one path, and this would become one path, that would become one path. If we would leave it the way it is, Inkscape would give errors. So we first have to go and path break apart, and now they are all different objects. Oh, where did my objects panel? Now you can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are six objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that one is 6. And now we can go select all of them, extension, ink stitch, satin tools, convert line to satin. And there you have it. There you have all the satin lines ready to go. I should have gone and changed the path setting for a moment, because I could have closed up the edges a little further, but I will do here one more. I'll move this out of the way and say now we'll go and use a circle. Okay, now create a circle here. I'll set the fill to none. Okay, I'll select it and duplicate, drag it over, create another duplicate, and create another duplicate. And let's create one more duplicate. The colors won't really matter right now, because then we select all of them, and then path, combine. Then we add the path effect and look for the knots. And there you can see we have all the, so now it is a person can create the Olympic rings. So you can check where it needs to go over and under and over and under, and there too again. I'll close the objects panel here for a moment. We can do the same thing again. That switch here can be a little smaller. Enter. And if you want to save it, then you can go here, set default parameters. And so what I'll do here is, no, I'll leave that at a 3 for now. And then we'll go to the switch here. So then what has to happen is we have to go to the point select tool again. And then the switch here is here with a node, and we can bring that to whichever corner, and we can change which one we want to have open and which one is closed. And when you see the arrow, that means it is open. And now you can see it is a full circle. So now both of them are closed up. So that's how you can go through your whole project. And then what needs to happen again is, okay, let's go and change that distance for a moment yet, the gap length. If we set that to 1, and it looks almost like that everything is closed, but it is only because it is right up against the edge. If you zoom in really close, you can see it is still a touch open. So then what we want to do is we'll go and uh, path, break apart. And now what we can do is we can give them all hope. I was not going to give it a fill. I was going to set the stroke on that one. So the first one, the second one, we'll give that one a different color. So we select it. Oh, I selected there with shift select. Okay, now we select that. Set the stroke, green. That one should be, make that black. And then yellow. Make them yellow. No, there you have it. You have the Olympic rings. I'm not sure if they're all in the proper order, but that's the colors anyway. And then we go, I'll zoom in a little more. Then we go extension, ink stitch, satin tools, convert line to satin. And there we have all the satin lines. And then we'll go and select them, extension, ink stitch, params, and if you want to have them sewn in a certain specific order, then you can go and change that in the objects panel. So I hope this can benefit you in some way, and you can use it with rectangles, circles, diamonds, whatever shape you create and lines are overlapping, you can go and get that accomplished. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope this can help you out.